Your easy pose on your cushion, on your mat, on your chair, cross-legged or extended leg is where we will start today. So rolling out the thigh bones, getting a nice connection to whatever surface you are sitting on. And we'll start just by drawing the shoulders back a bit in space. So you feel like just a little bit of tension in the core, holding yourself in that space. Lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling, relaxing the jaw, unclenching the teeth, and releasing the tongue from the top of the mouth. Maybe start to lower your gaze or even close your eyes if that feels okay. We'll start to take a deep breath in from the lower belly all the way up through the heart center, through the throat. Deep inhale and exhale, releasing all the way down from the throat to the heart to the belly. It's called a three-part breath. So we'll inhale again from the belly up through the heart space and up through the throat. Exhaling one more time, just like that. And this time, let the shoulders just relax. Lower the chin to your chest. Deep breath in. Allow the breath to move your head back up. And we'll do that 2 more times. Lower the chin to chest. Face is soft, shoulders are soft. Lift the head. And then one more time, chin comes down. And then lifting the head back up. This time we'll tilt the head back. Nice stretch for the neck. We're opening up the energy pathways through the chakras as well as the kundalini. We start to get the neck loose and open here. And just one more time. So just tilting it back, nice stretch. Let that whole neck open up and then release. And then just a tilt to the right 3 times. So tilt your ear towards the shoulder on the right side. Just pause for a moment and then come back up. And then the other side. We'll have a new neck here in just a few moments. So 3 times to the right, 3 times to the left. And then pause right here back to center. Close your eyes and notice how you're feeling. And then we'll start to rotate the chin towards the right shoulder and then back to center. So 3 times like that. Look over the right shoulder. Nothing else moves but the head. Just rotating just as far as you comfortably can. Pause and then come back to center. And then 3 times to the left. These are some meditation techniques that are introduced through many different modalities. Come back to center, and this time we're just going to take some circles. So lower the chin to chest, rotate the head to the right, over to the left, and back down to center. And just 3 times. Slow it down. Good. Pause at the center and then rotate the other way. Just circles. Good. Lovely. All right, come on back to center. All right. How's that feel? Draw the chin in a bit, lifting the roof of the mouth towards the top of the head, from the top of the head towards the ceiling. Allow the arms to reach out to the side. Both arms reach out and up overhead. Gaze is forward. And on the exhale, let the palms reach out and then turn the palms up on the way down and then the palms down again. So this is our sun breath. So the palms can just flip up and down on your way up this time. Deep breath in. Reaching the arms long and wide. Exhale. Palms just rotating up and down. Good. The next time we're all the way up, deep breath in, lift the gaze up, let the palms come together right above the head into prayer hands. Exhale, lower the hands right down the center. Interlace the fingers right about the heart. Press the palms down and keep gazing at the back of your knuckles. Inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead. All right, palms together. This time, open the mouth and sigh it out. All the way down, right at the heart center. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms down to your lap. Inhale, reach the palms out in front, gazing still at the back of the hands. Reach up. Pause here this time and wiggle the arms right and left. Like you're getting a little bit longer. And this time, flip the knuckles to face the ceiling. Turn the gaze back to face forward and extend the arms overhead, pressing the biceps towards the ears, just behind the ears, if that feels okay to the shoulders. If the shoulders need modification, the arms can be down by your side for this one as well. So take a deep breath here. Get nice and long, whether the arms are extended or down by your side. And on the exhale, tilt to the right. Okay, just hold it here. Keep the left hip from lifting off the mat. So if you start lifting up, come back a little bit. Soften your grip in your hands and then release the right arm down to the floor. Press the right hand into the mat and extend the left side a little bit further. This time you're pressing down with the right hand, imagine trying to send the left hip back to the mat at the same time the left arm is reaching across the room. Good. Now release the right hand, bring it back up to the left and back up to center. Good. Bend the elbows, let the hands drop behind your head if you're holding your arms above your head, and press the head into the hands and the hands into the back of the head. Open your elbows wide and look up. Good. And then back up to center. Extend the arms up overhead. On the exhale, we'll tilt to the left this time. Soften the right hip into the mat. Hold it here. And then release the left hand down. So now we'll press into the left hand, see what that feels like as we use that left hand, the leverage in the left hand is to shift the right hip back into the mat. Let the right arm extend further towards the wall across the room. Keep going, deep breath in. Hold it there, pause, lift the left hand back up to meet the right, and then back up overhead. Nice. Exhale and let the arms float all the way down. Hands on your lap, shrug the shoulders. Deep breath in. All right, on the exhale, both arms reach out and up overhead. Gazes forward. On the exhale, open the arms wide and this time twist and turn towards the right side. Let the right hand come down to the mat behind you. The left hand can land on your lap or across the right leg, the right knee. And use that as a little bit of leverage to move a little bit deeper into a rotation here, a twist here. Keep lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling and then inhale back to center. Both arms reach out and up overhead. And exhale to the other side. Good. And then back to center. Good. Now that we've opened up the neck and the spine, we have 7 movements of the spine. We have the neutral spine, forward fold, back bend, laterals, right and left, and twists. And we've accomplished that already in our warm-up. So now we're going to continue with that concept throughout the rest of the yoga class, which is what we do. So go ahead and extend the legs whenever you're ready. Just kind of bounce them out. You can start by some tapping. Use the hands, the palm of your hands or the knuckles of your hands, the side of your hands, your fingertips, whatever feels good to you. We're just going to give the legs a nice little wake up here. So we're tapping along. You can use both hands on one leg or one hand down each leg, just whatever comes naturally. And just reach as far as you can and then back up. There's some lymph nodes all up and down the legs. When we get to the back of the leg, if you bend your knee and you can come just a little bit soft behind the back of the leg, there's lymph nodes there. There's lymph nodes in the hip crease of the leg. So just activating these wonderful touch points across the body. And when that feels complete, at least for now, we can start to move up the body. So keep tapping around the hips, maybe even behind the hips in the back area. And then around the tummy, the rib cage. Oh, the size of the ribs. Just go wherever. Up on the chest, we've got a gland right here in the center of the sternum, the chest. You can kind of spend a few moments there just tapping on that. Now we're starting to wake up the awareness, the energy in the body. Come on down each arm. Really nice practice. Even if you're, practicing yoga on your own, maybe take 5 minutes and just tapping along the body, even a couple of times a day. We can spend, you can spend a long time tapping. There's whole classes on tapping. This is sort of a random kind of movement that we're making. There's lots of stuff online that you can look up. It's a wonderful way to come into centering, even if you have a meditation practice. Before you start to meditate, do some tapping. breathing. Come on up the face with the fingertips around the cheekbones, under the eyes, over the eyes, eyebrows, forehead, around the ears. It's nice to have touch, and we can offer touch to ourselves. So rubbing out anywhere that you need to, maybe pressing the hands into the head, just giving yourself a little scalp massage. Yeah, beautiful. All right. When that feels complete for you, let's let the arms go. Just angle them down. And we'll start by bringing the bottom of the feet together. Allow the knees to open to the side. And it will start to bite. If we're on the floor, we're going to just bring the hands right down the shins. Keep walking the heels towards. This is butterfly pose, or we call this the spiritual pose because it's the pose where the souls meet. The bottom of your feet, that is. All right, so wrap your hands around the ankles. Again, nice opportunity to massage. So go ahead and bring the thumbs into the little dimple under the ankle, around the arch of your foot. Why not? The feet are right there. Give them a little squeeze. Very nice. I hope you can feel the energy that you're creating as you create this movement, this through touch. It's really beautiful. If you have bare feet, sometimes I like to interlace my toes, try to like get my toes to interlace and just spend some fun, playful time there. All right, great. Deep breath in. Let's come on back up to nice neutral spine. Arms are wide, soften the tailbone once again. Belly button draws in, heart lifts, crown of the head lifts. Draw the chin in so we're not tilting the head back. Think about the roof of your mouth lifting up to the sky, and lower the shoulders back and down. Deep breath in. On the exhale, let it go. Keep nice and tall. This time we're going to reach the arms out to the side if that feels okay. Up overhead. And on the exhale, leaning forward, so leading with the heart center, come forward. And then when it feels right, go ahead and let your arms come down. And then start to roll the spine into a forward fold, chin to chest, forehead down. Keep softening through the knees, the hips. Deep breath in. Press the hands down onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. And exhale, fold. Back into that space. This is our butterfly space or diamond space. This creation that we've created with our legs. On the way up, wrap your hands around the outside of your knees. Come back up to seated and bring your knees with you. Let the bottom of the feet come back to the floor and wrap the arms around your shins, under your knees. Or if that's not accessible, come underneath the legs, behind your thighs. We'll just wrap up, bring the heels as close to you as you can. Walk them, walk them, walk them close. Wrap up nice and close. Tuck the chin, tuck the forehead into rabbit pose, seated rabbit pose. Deep breath in. Try rounding the spine, letting your shoulders come forward. Chin to chest, forehead down. Get really small, really, really tight. And then release. All right, bring the hands back to the mat. Send your heels on the mat. We're going to extend the legs one more time out in front, as far as you can stretch them. All right, and then let's come back up to seated. We'll turn to face the short edge of the mat. So wherever you're at, let's go ahead and turn sideways because we're going to need the whole runway of the mat here. So come to sit right about the center of the mat. The knees are bent, feet are on the floor. And again, wrapping the hands behind the back of the legs, start to lean back. So coming into boat pose. So start to float the right heel off the mat. Engage the belly button to the spine so the core is nice and strong. And then the left leg floats up as well. So both shins are parallel to the floor. Let the shoulders move back. So there's a bit of tension here, holding yourself upright. You can stay holding on to the legs or try leaving go with one hand and maybe both hands. You can switch hands if you want, and just really focusing on your strength, lifting up the heart, squeezing the belly in towards spine, arms are open wide, and just holding it here. You can start to extend the legs if you want a little more action here. And then as we make our way to the mat, holding nice and strong, nice and firm, and floating the whole body down to the floor. Extend the arms overhead, point the toes in one direction and the arms in the other. Stretch and lengthen. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Bring the arms down by your side. We'll bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. So just sort of scoot around until you feel comfortable. With the feet firmly planted, the knees are still hip distance apart and the feet are in line with the knees. So everything's in alignment. As we press down through the feet, start moving the pelvis. So think about the top of your yoga pants or whatever pants you're wearing. See if you can press that waistband into the mat and then release. Just a tiny little movement here. So you're using your feet to press down and press in the waist area and release. And then come about halfway between that neutral spine, so your natural, extension, and then halfway, not all the way to the floor. So somewhere halfway in between there. And your hands can rest on your hip points for reference. Okay. Good. And now bring the arms down by the side. Good. Deep breath in. Walk your heels a little bit closer to you if that feels good. And as we press into the bottom of the feet and the arms are down by the side, pressing into the arms, see if the hips start to float up off the mat. And if they float up a little bit, great. If you want to keep pressing down, lifting the hips up, keep pressing down, lifting up. Gaze is at the ceiling. Press down, lift up. See if we can keep pressing down until much of the spine is lifted off the ground. Squeezing through the hips, lifting up through the hips. Imagine setting your knees to the wall across the room. So stay long. Good. And then if it feels okay, take the weight of your body into the left foot. See if the right foot comes off the mat, even a little bit. See if you can lift it up. And then maybe extend it. So it's pointing up towards the top of the wall across the room. So the legs are still in the same angle. So the right leg's not going to lift any higher than the left thigh. Okay. And then release the right foot down. We'll switch to the other side. So take the weight in the right and then left. So this is about strengthening. It's about body awareness and coordination. So it takes some thought to understand, like, what do we have to do to pick up the other foot? You can kind of play around with that, wiggle your toes and your heels. Good. See how that feels. Press both feet back into the mat. Lift the hips up a little bit higher to the sky if that feels good. You can bend your elbows, send your fingertips, point your fingertips to the ceiling. Some people like to interlace their hands behind their back and continue lifting. Deep breath in. And let's go ahead and bring it back down. Exhale, lower the hips back down. And of course, you can bring the hips up and down at your preference. Once the hips are down, lift the right leg back up to the ceiling, wiggle the ankle, wiggle the toes. And bend the right knee and bring the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. So a figure four or diamond shape here. Press the right hand into the inside of the right leg. See how that feels? Flex the right ankle and toes are flexed. Sometimes I like to reach my left hand down and sort of squeeze out the right toes, or sometimes I'll even interlace my fingers into my toes. My feet are bare, just for that extra body connection. You can stay here or float the left foot off the mat as well. You can even thread the needle by taking the right hand through that opening in the triangle and taking a hold of the left leg in both hands. You can try that. Keeping the shoulder, neck, and head on the ground, and then release the left foot back to the mat. Take the right foot back to the floor, and both feet are on the mat. We'll go to the other side. Left leg lifts up. Wiggle the toes, ankles, heels. Crisscross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh, and then we'll press the left thigh away. This is just an opening. Think about extending from the rib cage down through the hip area. You can even use your hand as a way to sort of press or stretch or reach. Whatever feels good right there. Interlace the fingers through the toes or not. Grab a hold of the left foot, lift the right knee towards you so the right foot comes off the ground, and take whatever bind you like. Left hand on the left knee, right hand, bring the right knee towards you, or thread the needle. Lots of variations here. Wiggle the toes and the ankles so there's still some movement, and then press down the right foot back to the mat and the left foot to the mat, walking the feet towards the edges of the mat, extend the arms out to the side, and we'll just let the knees drop to the right. So because the feet are wide, the knees won't touch. They're going to go in kind of different directions here. And then come back up to center, and then drop to the other side, sort of like windshield wipers. All right, back to center. Very good. All right, so let's just wiggle that out, turn to one side, and then all the way, let's go all the way to the facing the mat, coming up on all fours. So table pose. Okay, and now this is our foundation. So now our hands and our knees and our toes are our foundation. So let's set up the foundation as we widen the fingers, spread the fingers wide away from each other. The whole palm, all fingers are pressing down into the mat, and then rotate the hands so that the wrist crease is parallel to the top edge of the mat. Look down at your knees, just under the hips, and the feet are directly behind the knees. Toes are curled under, just like that. Gazing at the mat, take a deep breath in and exhale. So neutralize the spine. So just from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. And then when you're ready, on the next inhale, lower the belly, let the belly drop, let the tailbone lift, and then lift the gaze. Press the floor away so we stay firm against the floor. And on the exhale, round the spine now, chin to chest, tucking the tail or curling the tail down. Pressing the floor away, let the shoulder blades separate. Inhale back to center. Gaze lifts. Inhale, cow pose. Good. And back to cat. We call this cat pose, so it's a Halloween cat back. Really doming up the spine, using that pressing away from the floor to support that movement. And one more time, inhale back up to center. All right, neutral spine. Gazing at the floor, we'll reach the right arm out in front. So we're back to flat back, right arm is extended. This time the thumb is pointing towards the ceiling and the palm of the hand facing the midline. Extend the left leg as we balance here on one knee and one hand. So right arm is extended out in front, left leg is extended back. Point and flex, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Deep breath in. Now listen carefully. On the exhale, bring the right elbow back towards the right rib cage and the left knee up towards the left elbow. Good. And then inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to rib cage, knee to elbow. And one more time, extend like that. Okay, bring the right hand down and let the left toe touch the mat. So bring the left foot to the mat. The left leg is still nice and long. We'll press into the toes. Let the heel move back towards the wall behind you. Breathe in here. And exhale. Good. Let it go. Let's rock back one more time. So take it all the way back. Good. All right. Come back up with the weight more on your hands. Pick up the left foot and let it move over to the right side of the mat. So see if you can look behind you and see if the left toes are on the right edge of the mat. And we're going to put the right hand on the right edge of the mat as well. Okay, so the right knee is somewhere in between, and then the right, so the right toes are holding us up here. We're going to take the weight into the right hand and release the left hand and come into our side plank. So it's a bit of a wild thing. So see if we can get that balance, even if the left hand just comes up a little bit, or you can bring the left hand to the shoulder, right? Or start to open up the left shoulder and extending the left arm up to the sky. Deep breath here. Good. And then turn to look back at the mat, modify any way that you need to, and come all the way back to all fours. Bringing the left knee down, right knee down, hands and knees. Let's point the toes back behind, take the hips back to the heels for a moment here and rest our pause pose and child's pose. Breathe in and exhale. Good. Let's come on back up for the other side. So starting off in table pose, this time we'll extend the left arm out in front, balance here, and let the right leg float back behind. Okay, when you feel stable, bring the left elbow back towards the left rib cage, the right knee towards the right elbow, and then inhale, extend, lengthen. Exhale, contract, come on back. Good. Deep breath in. And one more time, holding it here. Let's take the left hand down, extend the right leg straight back, toe on the mat, and press into the toe for that nice calf stretch. Just press in and release. Gazes at the mat, right between the hands. All right. Come on back up to the weight in your hands. We'll pick up the right toes and look behind us and place the right toes on the edge of the left side of the mat. Start to take the weight in the left hand as we start to balance here. Move your feet and hands anywhere that you need to as the right hand comes off the mat. Okay. And then the challenge here is to start to turn to face the side, and maybe the right arm lifts up to the sky. Takes a little bit of practice. Can be a little challenging, a little bouncy, a little wobbly. That's okay. Come on back to center. All right. And let's just move right back to child's pose here. Bring the elbows down, stacking the fists, forehead to the top of your fists, the stack of your fists. If that feels good, or any kind of shape that feels good to you. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep breath here. Deep breath in. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Let everything go. And then come on back up to table pose. A little cat-cow here. So extending into cow pose, exhaling into cat pose, and then neutralizing the spine again. And from table pose, this time we'll curl the toes under, gazes at the mat, just between the hands again, and float, pressing with the toes pressing under. We'll start to float the knees off the mat. See if we can just hover here and then release, reset, make any adjustments or changes there. Press down and float the knees off the mat again. Good. And then release. Another deep breath in. And this time exhale, float the knees off the mat, hover it here, hold it here, nice and strong, belly button to spine, and then start to lengthen the back of the legs. Lifting up the tailbone up to the sky, high, high, high as you can. Come up on the tippy toes. Okay, and then press into the hands, start to shift your weight back towards the heels, one heel at a time or both, whatever feels good to you. If you're doing one heel at a time, opposite knee bends. Keep relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw. Let the skin on your face be really soft here. In this inversion, take advantage of being almost upside down. As long as your blood pressure is okay, this is okay. Keep breathing. We won't be here long. Start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Now, if you do feel dizzy or lightheaded, you always want to come down to the mat rather than standing up. So we'll start to soften the knees. Come into a little bit of a squat. Rest the belly on the top of the thighs, and then start to float the fingertips off the mat. Start to lengthen the back of the legs to come into a little bit firmer foundation. And then now we're still folded forward, but only halfway. So we're back is about parallel to the floor. Think about sending the tailbone back and the crown of the head across the room. Hold it here, keep the knees slightly bent and extend the arms out to the side, lifting the arms up, pulsing up toward the ceiling. Keep your breath steady, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Let the arms dangle here, bend the knees a little bit more, press down through the feet, and continue your way up to stand. Deep breath in here. Arms reach down by your side. Deep breath in, coming into mountain pose. Feet are firmly planted, knees are slightly bent. Soften the tailbone, lift up through the belly button. Heart is lifted, crown of the head is lifted, fingertips reaching down to the floor. Very active standing pose. Rotate the palms forward and send your shoulder blades back to the wall behind you. Imagine sending the bones of your shoulder blades into the skin on the back. Tuck the chin in a little bit. Fix your gaze across the room. Taking a deep breath here. And bring hands to the hips. All right. Let's take a small step forward with the right foot and then angle the left foot back as we bring the weight into the left foot. About 30-degree angle with the foot, with the left foot. Come back onto that left foot. Keep the hips pointing in the same direction and then start to lift the right heel off the mat. Right toe is pointed. Recline back a little bit there. We'll take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. So yes, you're pretty much standing on your left foot. The right leg is extended with the toe pointed for balance. Lift your gaze now to look up at the top of the wall across the room. Inhale. Kind of align your shoulders, align your hips to facing in the same direction. Gaze is lifted, reclining back. And then release just the left arm. Let the left arm start to float up overhead. Now start to extend the right fingertips and the left fingertips away from each other. Keep lifting, stargazer pose. Inhale, come on back, bring the left hand back. And here we'll go into the weight into the right foot. So pivot the left toe so the toes are pointed forward and come up on the left toes. Now we're going to lean forward and take the weight into the right foot. Use your right hand on a wall or a chair beside you and see if that left toe starts to float off the mat. It's coming into a little bit of a float. Both hands can start to reach back behind into what we call toppling tree. So we're one line from the left heel to the crown of the head, lifting the left heel up as the whole torso leans forward. So the left leg and the torso are still in one line. Deep breath in. Good. And when you're finished with that, come down as gracefully as you can back to the mat. Okay. Now, without planting the left foot too firmly, start to maybe drag the left toe forward and see if you can bring the left knee up and then open into tree pose right here. So still standing on the right leg and the left knee opens to the side in tree pose. And then your arms can express branches. So lots of balancing, practicing here. And when that feels complete, left knee back to center, you can extend the left leg and then back down to the earth, to the mat. Okay. Pause right here, mountain pose. Extend the arms down by your side. Gaze is forward. Soften the tailbone, belly lifts, heart is lifted. Let it go. Place the hands on your heart. Notice where you are right now. Notice your whole body. All right, hands to the hips. For the other side, left foot forward. Pivot on the back right foot. So we angle that. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot. For stargazer pose, leaning back, extending the arms out in front, palms lifted. Open the shoulder blades. Get wide through the chest, through the collarbones. Deep breath in. Keep lifting the gaze. Deep breath in, keep pointing that left toe and let the right arm reach up. Extending left fingertips away from right fingertips. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, come forward into that toppling tree. We'll take the weight into the left foot, start to extend back from the right, floating the right foot off the mat into your toppling tree pose. Deep breath here. So play around with that for a little bit. And when that feels complete, bring that right foot through, knee up, and over to your expression of tree pose on this side. Lift your gaze so you can see across the room. Take in all of your surroundings. Deep breath in. Just practicing. Okay. Right knee comes forward, extend the leg out in front, and then back down to the mat. Okay. All right, come back to the center of your mat. Feet are hip width distance apart. Placing the hands over your heart center. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Notice your heartbeat. You sense the blood flow and the fluids in your body, the muscles, your energy. Deep breath in. All right, let the arms reach down by your side. Both arms reach out and up overhead. Inhale. Got to interlace the fingers above your head. Take a deep breath in. Feet are firmly planted, knees are softly lifted. Exhale, tilting to the right side. Bend the knees, come back up to center, and exhale, lift up and over to the left side. Soften the face, soften the jaw. And inhale back to center. Take a deep breath in, bring the palms down to the center. And release, let it go. We'll do some pranayama. We haven't done breath of joy for a while. So today's a good day to bring in some joy. So breath of joy is a 3-part inhale and a big exhale with a laughing sound, like a ha. So that's where the joy comes from. And if you can smile while you ha, then it's even more fun. So with the feet firmly planted, we want the whole body stays in alignment. Okay, but we're going to bend the knees and bend the hips. That's kind of the movement. So I'll show you front view and then side view. So the inhale is where the arms come up. That's one inhale, 2 inhales, 3 inhales. So it's inhale, 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 and then ah, when we fold forward, we let it go. So from the side, it looks like this. It's inhale out in front, inhale, inhale, ah. Okay, so just begin on your rhythm. 3 sips of breath in, 1 big exhale. Ah, 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 ah. One more. Ah. All the way up. Pause here again. Notice your whole body. Notice the energy. All right. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a step to the right and a step to the left. Reach the arms out to the side and then up overhead. Gaze is forward. As we exhale, open the arms wide. Lead with the heart, folding forward. Let the hands come down to the mat. You can, if you have a block or something else you want to rest your hands on, or your feet or your ankles or your shins. Inhale, come just halfway up. So lift out of the fold and then exhale, come back down into the fold. Deep breath in.
Press down through the feet. Keep lifting the tailbone, lengthening the back of your legs. When you're ready to come up, go ahead and press down through the feet, reach your arms out to the side, and float your way all the way back up. Deep breath in. Good. On the exhale, this time open the arms wide. Interlace the fingers behind you. Send the knuckles towards the floor behind you. Another deep breath in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lead with the heart, leaning forward to another forward fold. This time the knuckles are tracing up the back wall and up towards the ceiling. Shimmy the shoulders, right and left and right, figure 8, whatever makes sense there. Take another deep breath in, bend the knees, press down, and lift back up. Inhale and exhale. Start to toss the arms from side to side, empty coat sleeves. So the feet are still wide. And as we turn, we're lifting opposite heels. So we're not twisting at the knee. Okay. Just tapping your hands on your body wherever they land. Breathe. Good. Slow it down. And come back to center. All right, shake it out. All right, let's come on back to the short edge of our yoga mat. Preparing for sun salutation, Samaskara A. So hands together at the heart center. Gazes forward, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms down. Swoop the arms out to the side. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with the heart. Fold forward into a forward fold. Inhale, will come halfway up. Exhale and fold. So the breath is always complete with the movement, connecting the inhale to rise all the way up. Finish the breath as you finish the movement up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Finish the exhale right to the heart. Inhale, one big breath, one big movement. Again, exhale, forward fold. Full breath. At the completion of the breath, that's where the movement stops. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse rise all the way back up. Gaze across the room. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time like that. Deep breath in, reach the arms back out and up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with the heart. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale and fold. We're going to pause right here. Another breath. And walk the hands to the mat. Bend the knees and bend the hips, or drop the hips down. And we'll start to walk the hands forward towards the top of the mat. Okay. We're coming to the floor, extending the whole body down the center of the mat. Stack the hands, lay the forehead on the back of the hands. Extend the toes behind you. If you're not coming to the floor, maybe you come to the wall for some wall push-ups. From here, if you're on the floor, press it into the top of your feet. Big toes are touching. Knees are slightly lifted. Inhale, as we lift the elbows, press down through the top of the feet, and extend the back of the head up towards the ceiling, keeping the hands to the forehead. Inhale, so the whole body's lifting off, or the whole top of the body is lifting off the mat. And then exhale down. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, press down, lift up the upper body. This time, maybe release the hands, extend the arms down by your side. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. And exhale, stack the hands, lower the head back to the back of the hands. Inhale one more time, just any variation. You can just lift your hands, you can extend your arms, maybe even lifting your legs. So lift everything, arms, legs, body off the mat. Keep reaching your fingertips back. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Let it go. Bend the knees, toss your heels from side to side. All right. Let's turn over. Turn to your side and then turn to your back. All right. Extend here, right heel to the right edge of the mat, left heel to the left edge of your mat. Extend your arms out to the side like a T formation. Gazes at the ceiling. Pretty comfortable just laying here on the mat. Everything's pretty neutral. Bend the left elbow, bring the left hand to your left shoulder. Okay. And then the palm of your hand slides across your upper chest to the right shoulder and then keeps going down the right arm. And see if you can bring the left hand all the way to the right hand where the palms meet. Let your head drop back to the floor. Really nice stretch. So you're using your heels here to sort of twist. The left hip is off the mat. And then ease your way back down so the left hand can sweep up overhead or any other way back to center. And we'll go to the other side. Right hand on the right shoulder, slide it or glide it across the body over to the left side. Try keeping your head down as long as you can. And then release all the way back out. Wonderful. Deep breath in here. Bend the knees, bring your feet to the floor. Let's bring the right knee in, bring the left knee in. Slide your right hand under or between your thigh, right behind your knee, and the left hand under your knee is on the left side. Draw both knees towards your armpits. Think about extending the imprint that you're making on your mat, on your yoga mat. So the shoulders get wide, tailbone is soft, crown of the head is reaching across the room, but the back of the head is in the mat. Flex and point your toes. Keep the knees towards your armpits, and then just let your lower legs lift. So it looks like your feet look like they're standing on the ceiling. So wiggling your toes, arching your feet there. Walk your hands down your shins toward your ankles without lifting your shoulders, neck, and head. Just go as far as you can without lifting. And then stay here for a breath or two and focus on the breath and releasing any tension. See if you can soften your hips and your knees. Breathe. Make this nice. Make this soft. Maybe there's movement to the right and to the left. Our happy baby pose. Maybe the corner edges of your mouth lift up into a smile for happy baby. Relax the face, relax the hands down, start to drop the heels, and then one foot at a time comes back to the yoga mat. All right, yogis, take a moment here for any other movements that you need to take. If there's another twist or stretch. A hug. And when that feels complete, create your Shavasana. So moving into the most comfortable place on your yoga mat. You might create some warmth with a blanket, an eye pillow. Maybe a cushion behind your knees.
and soften into your space. You marinate in the practice. Shavasana is some of the most precious moments that we spend on the mat, allowing ourselves to be still, allowing the practice to resonate in our bodies, in our minds, and our hearts. And as Mary Oliver writes, "Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day for the goldfinches that have gathered in a field of thistles, for a musical battle to see who can sing the highest note or the lowest, or the most expressive of mirth or the most tender. Their strong, blunt beaks drink the air as they strive melodiously, not for your sake and not for mine, and not for the sake of winning, but for sheer delight and gratitude. Believe us," they say. "It is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in the broken world. I beg of you, do not walk by without pausing to attend to this rather ridiculous performance. It could mean something. It could mean everything. It could be what Rilke meant when he wrote, 'You must change your life.'" It's an invitation. Oh, do you have time to linger for just a little while out of your busy and very important day? Notice your breath. Notice your whole breath. Become aware of your body. Relaxing your toes, noticing your body, your knees, your hips. Bring some movement into your fingertips now. And moving your head from side to side as you gradually make your way back to wakened state. But as you do, and as you move to your side or as you come up to seated, take note of the changes that may have occurred in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Take note of the blessings of lingering, or taking this time out of our busy lives, our busy days. And to make the small change in our life by pausing. With that place of gratitude, come on up to seated, and we'll close our practice by chanting the sacred sound of Om. So with the hands at the heart center, from seated position, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose to cleanse, and exhale completely. After this next inhale, we'll Om together one time. The belly's soft, the voice is strong. Take a deep breath here. Om. Well, yeah. Thank you all so much for the dedication you have to your practice, for joining with each other on your yoga mat today, especially for the time that you do take out for yourself. The divine light in me recognizes and bows to this very same divine in each and every one of you. Have a blessed, wonderful day today and a wonderful weekend. Jai Bhagwan and namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you.